Here we go. Let's have a good show.
38. Take
Nice.
8. Start wider, Phil.
Yeah.
Ready,
Yeah.
4. Take 4.
Yeah.
Ready, 9.
All right, Derby fans, how's everybody doing tonight? What a great crowd. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and piling in the seats. And we got some great Derby action tonight for you. Bout number 1 will be the defending champion, Death Row Rumblers, taking on the High Seas Haughties. Bout number 2 will feature the Dallas Derby Devils, Yahala, on their inaugural bout, taking on Conroe Roller Derby, Freedom United. Now I'm over here joined with Huckleberry Jen and Johnny Pepper over here on the microphone. My name is Hatrick Harry. We will be talking all night long, introducing our sponsors, seeing how y'all are doing, keeping y'all going, and keeping things alive. I'm gonna throw it over to my announcing team, and let's get things rolling.
Hey, I'm Johnny Pepper.
And I'm Huckleberry Jen.
And we're going to introduce our lovely officials, starting with Rose Slambo, MD, Paige Turner, Millie, Pound Cake, Prez, Thor, Polly, Pug, everybody's boyfriend.
And in the stripes and on the skates, you'll see our referees for this evening. We have Ice Queen, Nerdy, RJ, Skateman Freud, Sybil Disobedience, Meat Socks, and Spokes.
Make some more noise for our officials. Woo-hoo. All right.
Are ya ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Oh! Hey, squad. This is a fire from under the sea. And storming and yellow and chorus is hay. If nothing looks to be something you wish, then drop on the deck and drop like a fish.
Oh, yeah, it's the High Seas Haughties, represented by 02, Delco, 08, Obliviate, number 12, 29, Superfly, the captain, number 2, number 26, Vicious Demolition, number 28, Mr. Tiki, number 51, Pete and Alien, number 77, Dabra,
Drop on the deck and drop like a fish.
number 816, Joe Road, number 23, Quadzilla,
Under the sea.
number 84, Powerline,
And yellow and chorus is hay.
number 91, Keith Perry.
Be something you wish.
Noise,
Drop on the deck and drop like a fish. Ready?
And in the orange and black, we have last year's champion, the Death Row Rumblers, captained by number 14 Megahertz. They want to build the anticipation. There we are, 14 Megahertz. Number 17 Garlic Bread. Number 211 Leviathan. Number 235 Guillotine Break. Number 369 Number 5150 Number 62 Rita Pillow. Number 7 Callie. Number 87 Indy Hunt. Number 9009 Monk. Number 96, Go Captain, Daisy Deathwish. And number 05, Let's hear it for those Death Row Rumblers.
All right, if I could get everybody to stand up. Gentlemen, remove your hats to honor America. This is our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wiggled, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Make some noise for Liv! And thanks, Graham, for the signage.
As we're getting ready to get started here, let's make some noise in the room for the birthday squad and the birthday friend Lenny. Up at the top here, this is her first time seeing a roller derby.
Woo-hoo!
Who else is brand new to roller derby? Well, good, because we're going to do something called a Derby 101, where we give you a slight introduction to the rules here as soon as our officials and our skaters get ready.
That's okay. Yeah, we're going to do Derby 101.
All right, so how roller derby works is at any given time, there are 10 skaters in total on the track, 5 from each team. You'll see 2 skaters in the far back there with stars on their helmets. Jammers, raise your hands.
Those are the jammers. They have stars.
They can score our points in this game. Everyone else is a blocker, except for those special skaters with a stripe on their helmets. Pivots, raise your hands.
Those are the pivots. Pivots are special.
They
They're
are
the leader of the
special,
pack.
special friends. Yeah, they can actually become an active point scorer if certain conditions are met. But we'll be sure to explain that as we go.
Yeah, but here blowing the ceremonial first whistle for this Derby 101, we got Tarrant Area Food Bank Matt Staples. Say hi, Matt. We'll let you blow 2 whistles. You can blow this one and the next one.
Tarrant Area Food Bank is here with us today. If you make a donation of $10 or more, make sure you stop over by the Triple D merch booth and pick up a special thank you gift.
This is how Derby works. The whistle will blow.
Well, you'll hear something really loud. It sounds a lot like fried chicken, but I think it's 5 seconds.
Yes.
And when you hear that 5 seconds, you have 5 seconds before Derby begins.
And then the whistle blows. And everybody takes off at the same time.
So the jammers' jobs here are to get through that scrum of skaters. And the first skater out, as you see, is Daisy Deathwish. The ref next to her has his hands up in the air and pointing at her, indicating that she is lead jammer. Now, while both jammers can score points, the lead jammer has the ability to call off the jam whenever they want, rather than wait for the 2-minute conclusion. So as you saw, Daisy's hands go up and down into the air. The 2 taps on the hip indicate that the jammer is calling off the jam.
And remember, you can score points until that 4th whistle blows.
Absolutely. Okay, so that was our quick demo here. This next whistle is going to be the real thing. I promise we don't skate that slow all the time.
Thank you, Matt. Get over by and talk to the Tarrant Food Bank. Give them a bunch of money.
Yes.
You ready for some Derby?
Oh, I'm so ready for some Derby.
The season opener.
The season
I'm
opener
excited.
and a rematch from the home team champs last year. Now they've moved our pivot line here, or jam line here, so I can't really see the jammers. I'm assuming it's the same from last time. So we're gonna have Daisy Deathwish for the Death Row Rumblers and Tamarama for the High Seas Haughties. Both jammers caught up in the pack here, looking for some space to be able to get out and get that lead jammer.
The Rumblers are in the front of the pack, holding that wall.
Tamarama with 1 to beat at the top, picking up lead jammer status, but Daisy Deathwish hot on her heels.
Daisy Deathwish with a jammer takeover. And Taylor decides to call it off.
Preserving any points from being scored in that jam, holding that to a 0-0 start.
Might have been a scoreless game, but it was important because it happened and it took almost a minute off the clock.
On the line, oh dear God, we have Guillotine Grace for the Death Row Rumblers and Mr. Pinky for the High Seas Haughties. Both skaters going in, Guillotine Grace picking up lead jammer as OG Max recycles Mr. Pinky to the back of the pack. Quick hit there by Megahertz, keeping Mr. Pinky in the pack a little bit longer as Guillotine Grace comes in and picks up 4 points from the first 4 points on the board for the game.
Mr. Pinky Autos clear that pack on the initial, and it's not eligible to score some points. Which is why Guilty Grace gets in and calls it off.
Managing to pick up 2 more points. I think that's going to be a 6-0 jam in favor of the Death Row Rumblers.
7 on.
On the line for the High Seas Haughties, we have Chip Quadra facing up against Tally.
You might see people walking around when they ask me about Derby. If you have a Derby question, feel free to talk to me.
Especially that question is how do we join?
Yes.
Tally up and out of the final pack, picking up lead by Chip Quadra, not too far behind. And as I said here, you can free to pillow, go to the penalty box. I didn't quite see the call.
That is our first penalty of the game.
Chip Quadra picking up 4 points. Tally is running the pack there, using her height to her advantage, knocking down beneath that Death Row Rumbler wall. Both skaters re-engaging the pack here, trying to get some points. Tally being held up in the front by Bishop Delicious.
Wow.
And it looks like we're going to use a High Seas Haughties blocker to box, and also did not quite see that call. Looks like we're going to have a quick call there. There's a stone in the box, making it a pack advantage for the next jam and for the Death Row Rumblers. That was a 10-7 jam in favor of Rumblers, making it 17-7 Rumblers in the lead.
With 26 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in this first round.
Oh, Lord, we have Godzilla on the line for the High Seas Haughties. Facing up with his very own Daisy Deathwish. Brought out, picking up lead. Daisy lining up in his juice box, but we're going to quick back to get out. Both walls for the painting, trying to figure out the best way to stop the jammers as they come in. Daisy is like,
You can always follow Quadzilla through the pack if you're fast enough.
you know, we came up with a new phrase for Daisy at Clover Cup. We say she jams like a dog with a zoomies.
Yes.
It's the most accurate thing I've ever heard.
I don't even know why.
Daisy being held up a little bit by the high school defense as Long comes around when you take for the point. Daisy keep a 4-point lead in this jam over the Rumblers. Points go up here, and it looks like that is going to be a 12-8 jam in favor of the high seed block, making it 25-19.
Yes. That's okay. Yeah, well, I'm not producing either. I brought a sheet, but I'm excited to watch roller derby. I really don't want to work.
Where's this at work? Crap, no one told me that. On the line for the Death Row Rumblers, we have Bill Team Grace. Looking for some space at the top of the pack and some offense from Tripp. However, Tamarack is going out first, picking up the lead for the high seed Cotton. Coco trying to get a quick hit there, Bill Team Grace. But Bill Team Grace shaking it off. Big smiles all the way around.
That's a coming out of retirement smile is what that was.
I'm in a jam. You gotta stop me.
Absolutely. Watch this.
Both jammers caught up in the pack here coming into turn 3. Looking to get their points and possibly maybe another lap. And fighting against the Denver Rumblers defense. Right the scrum. Milton Grace deciding to help out too. She's not a jammer. I block. I'm going to do this thing here. Tally holding up Tam at the front of the pack here. Grace being held up by Coco. I did see a high block being called in free throw, so the Rumblers will need it back into the box. However, Grace has decided that she's still about their part. I pray that they do it for her team.
Roller derby, you don't get anywhere where you can play offense and defense at the same time.
More whistles are blowing. We can really from the call though. Asking around is going to call that game to its natural conclusion. Not natural conclusion. She's out of the sun. And that's going to be a 6-4 jam in favor of the Haughties, making the score 29-25. Rumblers.
Is there always 4 points separating these two teams?
It looks like it's being
Nice. Yes.
on the line, we have Never Hurts for the Death Row Rumblers, facing off with Mr. Pinky for the Haughties Haughties. Both teams out. Basically on each other's heels, Mr. Pinky picking the lead. Both teams down the blockers, so it's 3-on-3 here in the defense offense mix up, but Mr. Pinky comes to the pack, going to pick up some points. Mr. Pinky to the box, maybe a power jam.
It's a power jam.
More whistles blowing, meaning more people think things different. Goes to Frito. Finding a little bit of more time outside of the box. Didn't quite see the call for that.
He has that unnamed box with him. I hear another whistle, somebody's gonna go visit as well.
Meg fighting to the top here. We're going to be getting a little offense from that. Able to get out past our 4 points. Starting this power jam scenario. However, Mr. Pinky should be back on the track anytime as I say it. They are back. Ending that power
That was
jam
magical. And those 4 whistles right down and bring that jam to a close.
It's going to be an 8-0 jam in favor of the Rumblers. Making our score 37-25 Rumblers.
This next game being brought to you by Spider Bites Dog Treats. Go on over to Vineyard Village. We've got right next to Vineyard Area Food Bank. Spider Bites handcrafted dog treats. They are amazing. My dog Fergie loves them to death. Go over there and check them out. And thank you so much. They're bringing us this next game.
Yes, Spider Bite dog treats. The best dog treats in the whole wide world.
I have 3 very tasty Frenchies, and they say they are the best. Those whistles indicating, I think, that was starting in the air, that there's an official review occurring. Official reviews occur when a captain from either team sees something they don't quite disagree with, or maybe a call that wasn't made, and so they need to pause the game and try and argue a point. So they're either trying to get a penalty
We'll let you know as soon as we find out.
It does look like
And you either win it or you lose it.
Rumblers were looking for the Haughties Haughties were looking for a legal procedure call on the Rumbler Jam. If I had to guess, it was because Memphis skating out of bounds actually called off the jam, or that she called it off and wasn't lead. I'm not entirely certain which call was made. I think it was that one.
Want to give a shout out to our track maintenance crew. Thank you so much.
For those of you that don't know, the tape on the track is very important in a lot of ways, but it's also covering rope. So we have a track maintenance team going around and making sure that tape doesn't come up so the rope doesn't get caught in our skaters' wheels or their toe socks.
Absolutely. You want to talk about any other sponsors that we have back here at Bigger Village?
Not really, no. I'm just joking. Hey, we've got all kinds of stuff, and guess what? We're starting off a new season with some brand new merchandise. That's right. You need to go get some brand new team merchandise right over there at the bigger area. We have got some awesome new shirts from each of the new home teams. Of course, next bout coming up in May, we're on May 18th. We are going to have the Wrecking Crew playing against the Slaughterers. That's right. Coming back is the Slaughterers this season.
I've got one of the Slaughterers segments too. Woo! Thank you, Nancy. And we're off. What's going on here?
In this Power Jam, we have two quadrants cheering for the Haughties Haughties over space. We are going to use Tally to the box for a direction of gameplay. We are also going to use another Death Row Rumbler skater to the box for a forearm penalty. This is honestly kind of the best scenario for a power jam, as there are only two blockers on the opposing team on the track at this time. However, both jams are now back on the track. Shirley decided to call that jam before and ice those Death Row with their blockers in the box to get a pack advantage to the Haughties Haughties in the next jam.
Haughties chipping away at that lead. Only 1 point separating these two teams with 20 minutes and 15 seconds left to go for the fast.
Are we going to see a lead change? That's going to be on Godzilla for the Haughties Haughties and Daisy Deathwish for the Death Row Rumbler.
You can tell it's Daisy by the socks.
Godzilla out, picking up lead for the Haughties Haughties. Daisy Deathwish fighting off against the last two Haughties Haughties. Knocked out on the outside there by Juicebox. Just as Godzilla comes back into the pack, looking to pick up his 4 points. Quick little hop there. And with that, we will have a lead change.
A 1-footed pair raise, eh?
Both jammers coming into the pack here. God, we quick little hop on the outside.
Oh my.
Showing truly that age is just a number. We all love our Gramzilla around here.
Yeah, we're not gonna make him jump over any alligators here.
Maybe. You're an alligator?
Yeah, if you got enough money, I'll go lay down on the picket line.
Whistles are blowing, meaning someone is going to the box. Not quite sure what's happening here. And Godzilla is tied up on top
Another dozen points for Quadzilla on that jam.
However, even with that, there are still only 3 points separating these teams.
That lead change was brought to you by Noodles Creations.
Hey, Noodle!
Noodles Creations, they're
Camera dance off, camera dance off.
We need headphones.
On the line of the Death Row Rumblers, that is Guilty Grace facing off against Obliviate for the Haughties Haughties. Grace fighting off against Coco and Vicious Delicious at the top of turn 1. Just as Obliviate is able to squeeze through, picking up lead that Grace has had on her heel. Obliviate trying to get in and pick up some points for Guilty Grace.
Thanks to our good friends at Noodle Creation.
Looks like that's a 3-0 jam in favor of the Haughties, bringing our total score to 51-45. High Seas Haughties! On the line here, we have Tamarama for the High Seas Haughties facing off against Deby.
It is. Jam is on.
Daisy utilizing those zoomies sitting out and picking up speed. The Jam not far behind. There's a blurring in here, going to lose him into the box and going to lose a death row rumbler blocker for a track cut. Big hit there by Tally on Tamarama as she was trying to come into the pack. As Daisy picks up 4 points, Sam is still fighting against the continuous blockers from the Death Row Rumblers. Daisy coming in, looking to pick up some more points. And Jan is out, picking up her first 4 points in this jam as Daisy picks up 4 more. Doesn't look like we have lost the High Seas Haughties pivot to the box. Didn't quite see the call, but they know what they did.
They know. That jam's over with.
The possible whistle from inside jam is coming to a close.
I see some fingers in here.
We are now 1 point in difference between our 2 teams here.
Oh my.
This next jam, Brian, being brought to you by WSL Leadership. Now, WSL Leadership was also a huge sponsor for Clover Cup this year in 2024. We want to thank them so much for being part, and he is okay.
Thank you, WSL.
Tally getting a little excited over there trying to get into the
Just a little
jam
bit.
before the game started. We have Megahertz facing off against. Oh, it's a power. Oh, it's a power jam. Megahertz on power
Yes.
jam and Death Row Rumble.
It is a power game.
Maverick 2 being at the top of the pack, but Coco recycling her all the way to the back. Currently there is no lead, so even though Tamarama started in the box, she can still pick up and become the jammer.
But more whistles ring down and bring that jam to a close. Now, they call it for something else. 55, 54, 14, 50 left to go in the first half.
If you are interested in being part of all this excitement down here, and not just if you don't escape, that's fine. That's fine, because we need all volunteers of all kinds. And I'm going to tell you more about it right after this jam.
On the line for the Death Row Rumblers is Guillotine Grace. And with lead jammer for the High Seas Haughties is Mr. Biggie. Both jammers out and eligible to score points. Mr. Biggie coming into that High Seas, excuse me, the Death Row Rumblers tripod, looking for a little bit of space. Grace with a quick hop on the outside, picking up 4 points as TV is still trying to get through that contingent of belonging.
That was sweet. That hit to the inside. Mr. Binky had to recycle and get around. But that jam's going to get caught with a 4-4 block.
That was a really smart call there by Mr. T. He knew Guillotine Grace was going to come around and pass up that 4-point lead that they had. So he'd rather have it be a tied jam than a jam where they're losing points. Maintaining that 1-point differential between the Death Row Rumblers and the High Seas Haughties. On the line, we have Daisy Deathwish for Death Row and Luna Triple Quadra for the High Seas Haughties. Daisy looking for some space. We are going to lose a couple blockers here for Deathwish and Gordon and potentially a game out of play. These jam are going to Daisy Deathwish. This is Triple Quadra escapes the pack at the top of turn 2.
Daisy hits that wall of purple in the front of the back. As Chewy comes around to score as well. Both jammers trying to get through that pack up on the toe stops. Everybody plays defense. Somebody got called for a check cut. That is a power jam for Chewy. Chewy's going to take a cat hit to the inside.
Also, a very smart call out there by Chewy.
Absolutely.
Perfect time. They iced a jammer and a blocker in the box for the Death Row Rumblers, giving them a chance to put out a fresh jammer. And of course, they chose Godzilla.
And a power start situation. Owner of 2 12-point jams in this game so far.
Looks like we're having officials timeout.
This official timeout is brought to you by.
They brought to us about free play. Free play at Clover Cup this year. They brought the Killer Queen game and when they set it up on there. That was pretty awesome. The free play, if you have not been there, it's an arcades, pinballs, all kind of vintage stuff. They have food and drinks. It's a great time. And we went during the eclipse and got it full work. They had a nice rooftop patio. Yeah, it was really nice.
I saw the pictures.
But they are a great place to go hang out and relive your old vintage days of playing Frogger and Pac-Man and all kinds of pinball games, so free play. They had, I know they're in Arlington as well as Fort Worth, so check them out.
Yes, free play. If you got enough money and you want to sponsor our penalty box, come talk to me.
I know we talked about the brand new Triple D merch over there, but in case you missed it, we brought back another home team for Triple D this year.
And who are they?
Slaughters. I'm using my mic privilege to hype up my team, but if you don't have any Slaughterer merch, we have brand new Slaughterer merch over there at that merch table. Go represent your Mean Girls Meet Murder team, your murderous butchers, the Slaughterer.
Yo. Also, our good friends at Crank Dad Designs over there in Baker Village. Go by and see Crank Dad. Tell him Johnny Pepper said hi, get you a discount.
Again, as a reminder, we are sponsoring Parent Food Bank while we are here tonight during these games. Be sure to go over there and check them out. If you make a donation of $10 or more, you get a special day gift from the Triple D merch team.
And also, go talk to Matt over there at the food bank. And what they're doing, we're doing a virtual food drive. So there's a QR code that's going to be set up. You can scan and donate food through that, purchase through that QR code, and that goes to local people that help them out in the area. It's a great thing that they're doing. So go help the local people here that need it, people in our area. The Tarrant Area Food Bank, we want to thank them so much for being part of the Dallas Dirty Devils family.
Nobody should go home hungry. Thanks to the Tarrant Area Food Bank, nobody has to.
So if you're there new to Derby, you're probably asking yourself, what's going on? Sometimes there are technological difficulties. Sometimes we have to verify that penalties are counted for correctly or the scoreboard is working well. And when that happens, our officials call an officials timeout. However, that rolling whistle brings that timeout to an end, meaning here very soon we will have a jam.
I'd say right now, Chupacabra.
Oh, they're both in the box.
We got a race out of the box.
Race out of the box with Daisy Deathwish and Chip Quadro. Chip Quadro! Daisy right on here.
Yeah, Daisy's not the lead jammer, just the jammer in the lead.
Absolutely. Both teams.
I think that. Hey, everybody in Facebook land, it's Johnny Pepper Live.
One jammer went in, the other jammer went out. Both picking up 4 points here.
That was cool. And Chupacabra calls it off.
She said, no more points for you. Thank you very much. That will bring our score to 66 for the High Seas Haughties and 62 for the Death Row Rumblers.
We got 11:45 left to go in the first frame. We're 14 jams in. Jam number 15 momentarily awaits.
On the line here, we have Guillotine Grace facing off against Godzilla. For those of you who don't know, Guillotine Grace is our travel team captain, taking out picking up lead jammer. You know, Grace, they do say that the Death Row Rumblers are guilty as charged. Quadzilla, quick spin move there in turn one, picking up 4 points.
Yeah, yes. Quadzilla coming around on a scoring pass. Hits the back of that pack. That 3-1 up front.
Getting a little offense from Coco. However, Quadzilla's going to the box for a back block. This is guilty. Great. It's 3 for 2.
It's a power jam the other way.
And back on the track. Some nice offense there by Cat. Death Row Rumblers opening up game 1 for Josie and Grace. Quadzilla, are you thinking about what you did over there?
Yeah, we all see what's going on over there.
Because both of our jammers received a penalty, this will be a full 2-minute jam.
Full 2-minute jam, first one of the game.
About 35 seconds left in this jam. As both jammers are back on the track. Nice. You will leap a face through that apex.
I like that. Leap a
Jumping
face.
higher than when some of those blockers are tall. Grace being recycled to the inside there by a double hit from Vicious Delicious and Coco.
That was vicious, Coco.
Vicious Coco, I like that. A little more offense there by the pivot from the Death Row Rumblers. Cat trying to get Grace out at the top of the pack there.
Guess who's got to throw some points again?
Derby fans, make some noise for that 2-minute jam of those. Everybody's working hard out there. Y'all gotta make some noise. This is game 1 of our season. What do you think? Everybody having fun?
Yeah, yes.
Quadzilla's pattern affiliation showing over there as another dozen points go up for him. I think he has scored 12 points every single jam.
Every single jam so far. My crack producer just told me, yes, that's correct.
I guess that's his favorite member as well. On the line and with a quick spin move for the Death Row Rumblers is Callie taking up lead as Mr. Pinky goes for the box. And we will have a power jam for the Death Row Rumblers.
Power jam.
With only 8 points separating, now 4 points separating these teams, we may see another lead change.
We may see one. Tally's coming up on that wall of purple, anchored there at the front of the pack, goes around the outside, grabs those 4 points.
Opening up that lane for Tally. As Tally comes back around, the scores are now tied. Mr. Pinky soon to be released from the box. Tally out, and that's a lead change.
Everybody hydrate. You got nothing? You want to hit a smoothie?
Tally out, picking up another 4 points as Mr. Pinky fights against that Death Row Rumbler wall.
You're in luck. Zeroma's got a bar back here.
Big hit by Frida Kilo, however, Mr. Pinky shook it off like it was nothing. That's going to be a 16-0 jam for the Death Row Rumblers. I'm fairly certain that's the highest jam in the game at this point.
All right, Death Row fans, where you at? See, I can do this.
Who would have thought? First time on the mic.
Maybe just once or twice.
I thought this was your first bout.
This was my first bout of today.
On the line for the Haughties, we have Tamarana facing off against Daisy Deathwish, but Tam's out first, picking up lead jammer. We are going to see a track cut awarded.
That's a power jam for the team in purple.
Let's see if they can make up those 20 points from the last power jam that was in favor of the Death Row Rumblers. Haughties trying to maintain their control over the pack. And we will lose a Death Row Rumbler to the box here, giving pack advantage to the Haughties. Coco trying to drag her jammer through the pack, but ending up Tam getting knocked out at the end. Kat from the Death Row Rumblers doing her best to keep Tam locked down, driving her out on that outside line and recycling her all the way to the back.
Cat doing cat things out there playing defense.
Truly, it's like when a cat sees a water glass on the table, except this is a jammer on the line. They're like, no. Out. Oh, big hit from Coco on Daisy Deathwish as Tam is up again, facing off against Cat. I'm betting Tam's going to be more of a dog person after today.
Yeah, it is Catterday.
Quick offense from Coco and Vicious Malicious getting Tam out. However, we are going to use Vicious Malicious to the penalty box for a forearm.
Oh my. That jam's gonna get called to a close. 5:27 left to go in the first frame. I want to thank our friends over at Death Hound Sports Network for catching all the action right here, live to be played later.
Once again, 4 points separate these teams as we have Guillotine Grace on the track for the Death Row Rumblers, facing off against Obliviate for the High Seas Haughties.
Yes. This feels so wonderful, don't it? I mean, the vibe and everything. I bet you that smile can't get no bigger.
Grace with the biggest smile at the lead jammer going, is it me? Is it me? Yes, Grace, it is. You have lead jammers. Obliviate is fighting out at the top of the pack. Now eligible to score points.
Obliviate through the back and now eligible to score as Grace is in pursuit.
Both jammers coming into the pack looking to pick up some points here. Full contingent of blockers for the High Seas Haughties. Tally with a quick catch at the top on Obliviate, but Obliviate's able to shake off that hit and pick up her 4 points.
72 wheels inside the lines as that jam comes to an end with 4 minutes and 9 seconds left to go on the clock in the first half.
I think that might have been some Derby-like violence at the end of that jam between Guillotine Grace and Juicebox.
They'll make up later.
They'll be playing together later, so I hope so.
I want to play with these stunt cups later on.
These are the coolest MVP awards.
Yes, they are.
Really mad about it. On the line for the Death Row Rumblers, we have
Mr. Tiki.
Megahertz for High Seas Haughties, and your lead jammer is Mr. Tiki. Big hit there by Quadzilla on Megahertz. A little bit of a cluster there in the...
That was a cluster. And that's a track cut. It's Catterday. Right?
Cat out here doing work for the Death Row Rumblers.
Man, that was worth a 4-hour trip up here.
As we have that power jam for the High Seas Haughties, Meg trying to get by on that outside line, however, taking a hit by Vicious Malicious and Quadzilla. That just seems like a mean combo. And then there's Coco on the track too. That's a no for me. Little apex hop there does get Megahertz out for her initial pass, meaning she can pick up points as she comes into the pack now, just as Mr. Pinky is released from the box.
All 80 wheels inside the lines are at the moment. And Mr. Pinky goes around the outside. Grabs 4 points and tries to call it off, but
Forgot that there's a little
just come out of the box. So this jam's gonna go good full 2.
Oh, a little bit more
Yes.
of a cluster in there. 2. Mr. Pinky looking for some space with
That was.
Monk to beat. Big hit there by Vicious Malicious on Megahertz, recycling her all the way to the back of the pack. However, Vicious Malicious had traveled too far back, making them out of play, meaning that the skaters can enter in front of them.
All I can say is that was a great hit from Cat. I just saw ears flying across the track. That was it. It was just nothing but cat ears flying through the air.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 12-2 jam in favor of the High Seas Haughties, bringing the High Seas Haughties over the century mark at 102 points.
That's a lead change.
Oh my word. On the line for the High Seas Haughties, we have Juicebox facing off against Daisy Netwish. Okay, so if we have both Juice and Grace jamming tonight, I demand a Juice Grace jam off. Juice still looking for some space here at the top of turn 1 and 2 as Daisy comes in to pick up some points. Daisy's team desperately trying to show the offense that they're doing. As Juice, I have never seen Juice jump before. That was an apex jump by Juicebox.
That was smooth.
Couple whistles.
I hear
and that
another
was
whistle.
Oh, it was a direction of gameplay on Coco. Get a little jammer on jammer action, maybe, possibly. Daisy decides to run away. I would too.
Absolutely.
You see Juice coming behind you, you just scream and hope for the best.
Yeah, you better try to skate away.
Tally trying to slow down Juicebox at the top of the pack there.
Yeah, Tally was just a momentary stoppage right there.
I am hearing quite aggressively from the crowd that the juice is loose.
That purple tripod at the front holding Daisy back until those 4 whistles close that jam out. And that's going to bring us to intermission. Go by and visit all our vendors back here. Buy all the stuff. Visit the Tarrant County Food Bank. Tell Mitch, Johnny Pepper said, hi. We'll see y'all in, I don't know, 10, 14 minutes. Starting the second half of this first game of the 2024 season. Derby fans, are y'all ready? Man. I do want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out tonight. On behalf of the Dallas Derby Devils, we love our fans.
Absolutely. None of this would be possible without you all here cheering us on. Also, it'd be really boring without any of you here cheering us on.
The vibe in the building is just incredible.
Absolutely love it. Also, like, Johnny, who would you and I talk to if they were here? We would just be, well, probably very good. But it's more fun with y'all.
Also want to thank everybody working for Nytex Sports Center, helping us out, keeping us clean, keeping us on track. Thank you so much for all you do. Yes. Now I can talk a little bit. I can't wait. Cool. Is it going to be jailbreak Big Lizzie? That's what I want to hear. Yeah, if you want to hear something special, write it on the back of a $10 bill. A $10 bill will get you a song played. Trust me.
That rolling whistle means we are about to start off in our second half. On the jam line for the Death Row Rumblers, we have Daisy Deathwish facing off against Tamarama for the Haughties. Tam is out and picks up lead.
Much to the delight of the Tam family. Yes. I love that song. Tam busts through the point, getting 4 points in the process. Meanwhile, Daisy Deathwish does make her way out of the initial pack. Tam's gonna go ahead and call it off. Picking up one additional point, making it 5, 119 to 106.
Still really anyone's game at this point, as we've seen, I think, 4 or 5 lead changes throughout the course of this game.
If there's more than 4 points separating these two teams at the end, I will be disappointed.
On the line for the Haughties, we have Mr. Pinky facing off against Guillotine Grace for the Death Row Rumblers. A little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump over their own skater, and Mr. Pinky is out with lead. Guillotine Grace with 1 to beat at the top of the pack, out and eligible to scoreboard.
Using the power of those pink knee pads to jump up front. Passes the back, gets 4 more points. Meanwhile, Guillotine Grace comes up on the back of the pack. And Mr. Pinky with an emphatic call-off. It's going to take the points and go back to the bench.
Skaters, please check the track as there's a mouth guard on the floor.
Ooh. I got a baby
Go
wipe.
get your nasty mouth guard off the track.
I got a baby wipe right here if anybody needs one. I highly recommend them.
I mean, who knows the last time they washed that mouth guard anyways?
This last year was brought to you by the Black Crows on tour with the Haughties Bastards.
On the line for the Death Row Rumblers, that is Leviathan, jamming for the first time in this game. Getting caught up there on Juicebox as Chupaquadra is fighting against 2-3 blockers here at the top of the pack. All 4 and out and picking up Lee Jammer. Levi out as well, eligible to score a point. As both jammers begin to approach the pack.
Chupacabra on another scoring pass goes around the outside, but runs into that 3-wall in the front. Goes ahead and calls it off, but not before picking up 1 point. 124 to 108 with a whole bunch of time left to go in this contest.
On the line here for the Death Row Rumblers, you see Daisy Deathwish facing off against Quadzilla.
Daisy with a fan club in the audience today.
I don't know, I didn't hear him very well. Can we hear the Daisy Deathwish fan club again? Quadzilla out with lead jammer status. Daisy Deathwish with just a few to beat here at the top of turn 2. Just as Quad comes back into the pack, looking to score some points. Fun fact, last season, Quadzilla was on the Death Row Rumblers. Now he's facing off against his own teammates.
Just running around. Both jammers out.
Daisy out on her initial pass. Quad doing a little jammer on jammer shenanigans. Deciding to run Daisy all the way.
Ain't wasting no more time though, and Quadzilla takes off.
We will see a failure to reform go to a Haughties blocker.
4-3 pack advantage for the Rumblers.
I believe that was a 1-foot call off there by Quadzilla on that outside line.
You don't get extra points for that. It's just a 1 foot call off.
Just a little bit of a showboat.
I do want to remind everybody that somebody with an MVP award in this game is going to get some thumb cuffs.
On the line for the Death Row Rumblers, we have Guillotine Grace wearing the star and Tamarana for the High Seas Haughties. As the whistle goes, both jammers looking for some space, working against those tripods. A big hit there by Fury on Guillotine Grace, however, she shakes it off, picking up the lead jammer just as Tamarana picks up a penalty, making this a power jam for the Death Row Rumblers. Little Derby wife action here at the top of the pack between Juice Box and Guillotine Grace. Grace picking up 4 points and coming back looking for a few more.
That's why I love your play-by-play so much. You let us know everything that's going on.
I will tell you all the tea.
Yeah,
As the
I love
lines
it.
fight off again. Grace swinging around, picking up those points and calling off the jam, icing Tamarama in the box, giving a quick power start here to the Death Row Rumbler jammer.
If any of y'all are as confused as I am of what's going on, we have skaters skating around that have a sign that say, "Ask me about Derby." They would love to tell you all about what is happening on the track if this is your first time, or if it's your 50th and you still want to know what's going on. Flag down one of our skaters and they'll hook you up.
You can even come by and talk to us. We'll let you know.
Tally is wearing the star for the Death Row Rumblers, picking up a lead jammer just as Tamarama is released from the box. Looking for some space, facing up against Megahertz and Shook. Little elevator door action on Tally. Big Godzilla forgot he wasn't a jammer there as he chased down Tally, picking up a penalty, going to a score timeout.
Meanwhile, Coco's going to take the star. Super pivot turn jammer.
That is the first star pass of this game. So we talked about how our pivots are special little skaters.
That's why our pivots are special.
Exactly. They can take the star from the jammer and become the jammer of record, meaning that they can score the points.
Tally's going to go ahead and call it off before Coco can get some more points and put them on the board. But 4 points on that jam for Coco with that star pass. Does it for the Rumblers, 28-136. Both teams with a bucket and some odd numbers.
This next jam being brought to us by Dr. Dietrich and Sideline Orthopedics, our medical staff that's on site at every Derby bout. We want to thank them so much. We hope they never have to get out of their chairs. And thank them for being part of Dallas Derby Devils family.
Absolutely.
On the line here, we have Obliviate for the High Seas Haughties facing off against Leviathan for the Death Row Rumblers. Levi with one to beat at the top of the pack, picking up the lead jammer just as Obliviate was recycled to the back of that Death Row Rumbler wall. Quick footwork on the outside of turn one. Obliviate is out and eligible to score points as Leviathan is looking for points of her own, deciding to call it off before the High Seas Haughties can pick up any more points, making that a 2-0 jam in favor of the Death Row Rumblers.
Awesome. Yes. Well, 6. That's okay. That's why we're here.
On the line for the Death Row Rumblers, we see yet again Daisy Deathwish facing off against Mr. Pinky.
That's why you have the boxes.
Mr. Pinky out at the top of the pack, picking up lead jammer. Daisy Deathwish hot on his heels.
Yes, yes. Nice hit.
Daisy Deathwish taking a big hit from Vicious Malicious. However, it was a little too vicious.
Yeah,
So Vicious can go get
just a tad. Mr. Pinky taking advantage of it, putting 4 points up on the board, as does Daisy Deathwish on that last pass. Daisy on the inside. Picking up 4 more. So does Mr. Peaky. 7 points total on that jam for both teams.
A 7-7 jam. That is very fun because you normally see even number jams.
Usually.
4 points each pass. So to see a 7-7 for both sides, it makes my little heart happy. On the line here, we probably have our tallest jammer facing off against one of our shortest jammers. Chip Quadra up against Guillotine Grace. Quick little hop there. Guillotine Grace picking up lead, but Chip Quadra right on her heels.
Both teams trying to lock down that defense over here at turn 1.5. That pack gets spread out and 4 whistles rain down and bring the jam to a close. 1 point to the high seed Haughties. 144 to 137.
Returning to the jammer line for the Death Row Rumblers, we have Deby Deathfish facing off against Quadzilla.
And they're off.
We're being very patient about it though. There we go. We see the Zoomies with Knight from Daisy Deathfish pushing up those blockers to the top of the pack. Quadzilla with one rumbler to beat, getting around his own team. The rumblers are able to recycle him, not fast enough. Quadzilla picking up lead, skating backwards, giving a bit of a salute to Tally as he skates on through.
Tally's been doing a good job most of the night, but Quadzilla's been skating a little while.
You know, Tally's been skating for a hot minute too. The Tallies, we have 2 of them. We have Lady Tally, who is not skating this evening. Well, excuse me, she's skating in the second game, and then Mr. Tally, and they're both speed skaters. Medalist speed skaters.
Yes, like world-class speed skaters. Speaking of world-class, check out our jam time.
They're pretty fancy over there. On the line for the high seas Haughties, that is Tamarama facing off against Leviathan for the Death Row Rumblers. Whistles blowing, it looks like we're going to lose the Death Row Rumbler jammer to the box for a forearm call, making this a power jam for the high seas Haughties.
Exactly what they needed.
See if they can spread out that lead a little bit.
Rumblers have other ideals locking down the defense at the front of the pack.
Isis Haughties using a passive offense move, creating a no-pack situation which causes the Death Row Rumbler blockers to stop blocking for just a second. That's really all you need as a jammer to get through at that last minute.
Yes, the pack did get spread out.
Big hit by OG Max on Tamarama, allowing Monk to recycle to the front, trying to slow her down, but Tamarama says not today. Levi out of the box, completing her initial pass, now eligible to pick up points of her own as Tamarama is recycled to the back, again by OG Max. That single whistle means that we are going to lose a blocker to the box for the Death Row Rumblers. Levi out picking up 4 points for Death Row as Sam decides to call off that jam.
Yeah, I think everybody in the whole wide world heard that call off.
We have some very vocal people on the bench. You know, as a skater, I appreciate it because I can never hear anyone. They just scream at me.
I think maybe your ears stop working about 30% when you put antics on your boots.
Well, you know, my ears start working a little bit when I hear a ref whistle, and it might be for me.
We are underway.
On the line for the High Seas Hotties, we have Mr. Pinky facing off against Guillotine Grace at the top of the pack with 1 to beat.
Oh, are we not entertained?
We are seeing a high block go to Coco from the High Seas Hotties. Guillotine Grace and Mr. Pinky both coming into the pack, eligible to score points. Grace
Yes.
skating by on 1 foot there, picking up those 4 points and calling off that jam, giving a pack advantage to the Death Row Rumblers in this next jam.
Somebody looks like they're having a lot of fun out there.
You know, I think it's been a long time since Steel Team Grace has intentionally worn the jammer
Yes.
cover. I think she looks pretty good in it. Think
Absolutely.
Might have to happen some more. On the line here for the Death Row Rumblers, we have Daisy Deathwish facing off against Obliviate, and Obliviate is out on that outside line, picking up lead jammer for the High Seas Haughties.
Meanwhile, Daisy up on them toe stops trying to get through. Does on the inside. Much to the light of the fan club, setting her right behind us.
Obliviate getting some offense there from Fury. However, still taking a quick hit and being recycled to the back. Lots of whistles happening here. I believe they were all just jam whistles, and we won't lose anyone to the box. That's going to be a 2-0 jam in favor of the High Seas Haughties, just chipping at their lead, trying to keep that distance.
Yes.
Out of reach for the Death Row Rumblers.
Chipping away at that lead.
It does look like the High Seas Haughty jammer picked up a penalty right at the end of that last jam, meaning this is going to be a power start for the Death Row Rumblers, with Tally wearing the star. This could be and as Tally picks up lead, this could be the jam to help close that gap between the Rumblers and the High Seas Haughties.
Haughties are going to lock in that defense at the front of the back. But Tally's going to bust through the middle and pick up 4 points.
Using a bit of that speed skater stance there. He's picking up speed as soon as he gets out of that pack, not letting go of any of it. Ooh, we are going to have a bit of a tumble there. Sometimes this floor really comes after you.
That was vicious.
Quick little hop as Tally picks up 4 more points for the for the Death Row Rumblers, just as Obliviate comes into the pack on her initial pass. Big hit by Coco in turn 2, recycling Tally. However, he got just the amount of space he needed on that inside line.
There's nothing slow in Tally skating.
Tally is out and again picking up 4 more points there, making this a 16-0 jam at current as the Haughties struggle to get their jammer out of the pack. A little bit of a cluster. We do hear a whistle blow. It does look like Tally is going to pick up a back block, making this a power jam for the next 35 seconds.
35.
For the High Seas Haughties, with Coco wearing the star, taking that star pass. Megahertz doing her best to slow Coco down, but when Coco starts to go, just get out of the way. Nice recycling by Chook and Slash as Coco gets out, picks up the first 4 points for the High Seas Haughties in this jam. She's picking up a little bit of speed here, getting some help from her friends, blows through that pack as that jam gets to an end, picking up those 4 points in the last second of that jam.
Oh my. 16 points for Tally, 161. IC Haughties, 165.
Another 4-point game.
That was. And if I'm not mistaken, that is the biggest jam of the game.
We had a 20-point jam
Did
at
we?
the start of the half. We thought it was 16, but they had a couple late points that went up. Tally is still standing in the box, so we'll see a quick power start here for the High Seas Haughties with Chip Quadra wearing the star. Facing off against a full contingent of the Death Row Rumblers, getting recycled to the back of the pack just as Tally engages. He's out from the box, picking up lead jammer again.
From the box to the front.
As Chip Quadra looks for some space here. Able with some help from her friend to get out. Now eligible 4 points of her own. Tally really digging into that speed skater stance as he comes around, trying to pick up some points, but decides to call it off. It does look like we might be losing a jammer to the box.
It's possible. We anticipate an official
And
review.
yes, we are going to see a power jam start for the High Seas Haughties. All right, so it does look like an official review may have been called, but it might have been for a call that happened at the end of the game. So we're gonna see if,
The end of the jam.
or excuse me, yes, the end of the jam. So we're gonna see if it's actually, it does look like it's going to be used as a team timeout instead. That does, however, mean that the High Seas Hotties will lose their official review for this half.
And this timeout's brought to you by Spider Bite Dog Treats, the best dog treats in the whole wide world. Also brought to you by Clarity.
Handcrafted, baked fresh. Spider Bite has some team-themed dog treats, I believe, this week. Oh, it is going to be an official review.
It is an official review.
Just change it.
Yeah, official timeout.
It looks like they're discussing the skating out of bounds penalty on Tally at the end of that last
Knees
jam.
and toes, head and shoulders, knees and toes. I'm seeing all these red y'all shirts right behind us. I'm starting to get a little scared.
I can smell them from here.
Man, I can't wait. Dun, dun. Also, our good friends over at Crank Dat Designs, Goodfoot Skates, Jamie Key Creative, and our good friends over at Sideline Ortho. Thank you so much, Dr. Dietrich, and everything y'all do to keep us skating.
That rolling whistle does mean that the jam is going to start. It will be a power jam for the High Seas Hotties with Tamarama wearing the star. As that whistle blows, they are up. Tam looking for some space on the outside, taking a big hit from Megahertz at the top of turn 2. Seeing some strong recycling here from the Denver Rumbler blockers as Tam is still trying to fight for that space. Whoa, a big double hit to push Tam out of bounds. And they are going to pick up a cut. I don't think they realized, or she realized that her skate dragged out of bounds there at the end.
Yeah, if somebody hits you out of bounds, you got to recycle behind the person that hits you out.
Quick offensive work there from Megahertz, and Tally is out picking up lead. It seems to be a high-risk, high-reward situation here. He has had lead on the last 3 jams, but has picked up penalties in 2 of them.
Wow.
Tally stuck up here in the wall in turn 3, looking for some space, trying to pick up more points for the Rumblers here.
Direction.
We are going to see a big hit out there by Coco just as Tamarama re-engages the pack. Tally with some quick toe stop work, picking up 4 more points. Coco, now the jammer of record for the High Seas Hotties after taking that star pass. Tally decided to call off that jam before he took that to the box.
Not before picking up 8 points and giving the Rumblers a lead change.
Lead changes around here mean you should hydrate with whatever type of hydration or maybe non-hydration you have in your hands.
Yes, everybody hydrate. 5 seconds called on the floor.
A little bit of a kerfuffle there as we had some miscommunication on the High Seas Hotties side. They thought they needed one more blocker.
Oh, wow. A double apex jump.
From Mr. Pinky. Oh, I think Daisy jumped too. Yeah, we have a double apex jump.
It was.
Daisy Devilish out of the power line and juice box. Out picking up 4 points as Mr. Pinky is looking for some space.
Cat with another drawback.
Cat really celebrating Saturday day, but Mr. Pinky is able to get by and pick up 4 points for the High Seas Hotties. Big hit on Daisy Devilish from juice box. zone. Just 4 points separating these jammers. Now it's a 12-12 jam. Big hit by Leviathan on Mr. Keaton coming out of turn 4, drawing him back to the back of the pack as Daisy skates out, picking up 4 more points.
That was one of them Team Texas hits. Just in case y'all don't know.
We are going to lose a Rumbler blocker to the box. Mr. Keaton looking for some space.
No pass, no penalty.
Minor communication error between the refs there. What had happened when that whistle blew is one ref saw a cut. However, the skater that they counted actually skated out of bounds first. So that means it's a no pass, no penalty, which is why you saw the communication between the referees there with their hands back and forth, which I'm for some reason trying to do with the mic.
32-point jam.
That is officially
Wow.
the highest jam of the game, bringing the Death Row Rumblers into the 200
That was almost 50 points in one jam.
from both teams. Yeah,
That's crazy.
49 points total. On the line here for the Death Row Rumblers, we have Guillotine Grace facing off against Triple Quadra. Triple Quadra taking a hit from Megahertz, the captain of the Death Row Rumblers. Now facing off against Slash and Destroy with another hit outside. Both jammers still looking for space. Grace able to pick up lead jammer there at the last second in turn 2. Triple Quadra hot on her heels.
Both jammers engaged in the pack. Almost the same time. And Guilty Grace decides to go ahead and call it off. Yeah, okay. 0-0 jam on jam number 18 of the second half, and then 4 points go up on the board. Rumbers with 2 whole buckets and 9 left over. I see Haughties trying to add to their total. Quadzilla Gemma record 4, the team in purple. Daisy Deathwish wearing the star once again for the Rumblers. Daisy's gonna pass Quadzilla on the way to the pack. Hopping a skip and a hit to the inside. Daisy's gonna recycle as Quadzilla goes around the outside, picking up 4 points in that process. Daisy eyeing that wall of purple in the front of the pack. Quadzilla comes through on the inside. Did you lose it? Yes. Quadzilla comes up on that quadrant of defense. The Rumblers not letting no one pass.
Some beautiful 2 work there by Obliviate and Fury, working against Daisy Deathwish. Keeping her locked down at the back of the pack there. However, Obliviate went a little too far back. Quadzilla deciding to do a little heel kick as he went through that apex of the jump there. And we will see a star pass to Monk for the Death Row Rumblers as Quadzilla picks up 4 more points for the High Seas Haughties. Quad, if you can get 12 more, it'll be the highest scoring jam.
Monk may have the star, but not a path through that wall of purple.
Some incredible blocking on all sides there.
23 points on that jam.
Let's hear you High Seas Haughties fans. Go make some noise for a 20-point jam.
Haughties chipping away at that Rumber lead. Rumbers with 2 buckets. I see Haughties with 2 buckets.
Quadzilla decided he wasn't quite done earning points for the High Seas Haughties, so he's back on the track facing off against Tally for the Death Row Rumblers. Quadzilla picking up the lead with some open space on the outside. However, Tally out and chasing him down. Big jump from Quadzilla, pulling off that
Big
jam.
jump. Haughties picking up 4 points on that pass. Chipping away at that rubber lead.
Quadzilla showing us his sick chicken dance moves out there after going off the jam.
Clock ticking down, under 2 minutes left to go in this contest. In what could be the penultimate jam of the game.
This is still anyone's game. We have Guillotine Grace on the line for the Death Row Rumblers, facing off against Mr. Pinky for the High Seas Haughties. Both jammers still looking for space, trying to pick up lead. Grace being recycled to the back of the pack by her very own Derby wife juice box. Mr. Pinky with 2 to beat, picking up lead jammer for the High Seas Haughties. Grace still caught up in the pack, however, now she is out and eligible to pick up points as Mr. Pinky is trying to pick up points of his own. Mr. Pinky trying to pull off that jam before Guillotine Grace can pick up any points. However, I see points up on both hands. That's going to be 214 for the Death Row Rumblers, 212 for the High Seas Haughties, and we'll still have one more jam.
That's why I said.
I see Quadzilla wearing the stripe for the High Seas Haughties, facing off against Daisy Death Wish for the Death Row Rumblers. Let's make some noise for this final jam.
Oh my.
Quadzilla out with new jammer. You see a star pass to Tally. Tally is out, coming around. Quadzilla trying to pick up points. That will be a lead change. The unofficial score: 216 High Seas Haughties, 214 Death Row Rumblers. Are we gonna have a timeout? Are we gonna have that rolling whistle? We do see a timeout from the Death Row Rumblers, which should mean that there should be one more jam. With 2 points separating these two teams, locked in a grudge match from last year's championship bout. The team's taking that time to discuss their strategy for this very last jam. Looks like we will have Quadzilla on the line, facing off against Tally.
Yes, roller derby fans, one more jam. Woo-hoo. Yes. Bonus jam. 2 points separating these two teams. Anything can happen. What a season opener, huh? Don't forget, you can get season tickets and see all the games this year.
If you buy season tickets, you get your very own special red seats over here to the right of the announcer's table with your name on them and everything. No worrying about sitting in the bleachers or bringing your own chairs. You get your own guaranteed seat.
They're almost as comfortable as my chairs.
The announcers do have the best chairs. Sorry, you can't sit with us?
That's a pepper perk. Just remember, roller derby players, skate faster with applause.
And we are off for the final jam of this matchup. Both jammers fighting. Quadzilla up at the front. Picking up lead jammer. Tally looking for some space again. Recycled back by the Juice Box.
Quadzilla eyeing that pack.
Tally looking for some room, fighting against Coco. Quadzilla calling that, making that a 4-0 jam, bringing our unofficial score to 220 points for the Haughties Haughties, 214 for the Death Row Rumblers. We gotta wait for that rolling whistle.
We do have to wait for that one roller whistle.
Also, if you all want to give high fives after that rolling whistle, please wait until our officials leave the track before you step on.
Yes, please. Pretty please.
Jam marks are confirming their scores. Referees are confirming the final notes before we will hear that rolling whistle, which will indicate that the game has come to its conclusion.
There is that rolling whistle. Go ahead, come out trackside. Make some noise for the High C Haughties. Some noise